Teams, I believe they're pretty close to just auto qualifying for the playoffs, which are coming up pretty soon. I just got the map bands first pick. We do have first map being Infernal Shrines tonight, with Minion Miners banning out Battlefield of Eternity and Towers of Doom, and Imagine banning out Volskaya Foundry and Dragonshire. So it should be an interesting match. Waiting for four more members of the Miners to make an appearance into the lobby. And this was the map choice. I'm sorry. This was the map choice of our team. First pick going over to Imagine. Well, hope everyone's having a good Wednesday evening. Hopefully, we have a good game. Actually, I know we'll have a good game. Um, yeah, Imagine they have been in heroic for quite some time. A couple members have floated between heroic and storm div for a while, so I know some of these players pretty good, pretty well. With Mini Myers being a Nexus division team, they actually won Nexus last season and has made an appearance in season 14. Season 14 of NGS in the heroic division. They've had some mixed results. They've were off to a pretty fast start, and then they've ran into a little bit of trouble. But we will see how things go tonight with Imagine. With JTR, one of probably the better DPS players in the division. Zadie, the perennial healer that's floated a little bit in Storm Div and Heroic. Breakwood, I believe, was a CCL player in the first season for 30k. Hunter CGR, I know he's a pretty good tank. I'm not sure if he's playing tank for Imagine. And Phallo Rampage, from what I remember, he was their offlane last season, but I haven't watched too many of their games for season 14, so maybe they've changed things up a little bit. With the Minion Miners, they tend to go kind of a main tank blaze, so we might just go ahead and see either priority on banning the blaze or grab it at first pick off the bat. They also kind of, well, they're not afraid to pick up the main tank Deathwing, which is brave, but also for specific comps can definitely make things harder. So game time, which means we should get going, but we are waiting for four more members of the Miners to make an appearance. But once again, if you are here, I'm sure these players will, from time to time, typically the winning teams, will come back in and watch the replays. So please, if you're here watching your friends, shout them out. Otherwise, let's see, what else can I talk about here? Starting timer, says Hunter CJR. All right. Well, we have the Heroes International coming up next week in Miami, Florida, with a lot of members of NGS actually making an appearance in the Heroes International tournament. The Diamond Hands team, which has a team obviously in Storm Div, former team Zugs, 30k. All these players have definitely been in the NGS. I'm trying to read the draft lobby chat here. But yeah, hopefully everyone could tune in to watch the Heroes International in about a week and a half. And for your favorite team, whether it's the NA team or the Koreans or the EU teams. But it should be, kind of a throwback to HGC, not with the size of the prize pool, but that prize pool is growing. I believe the last time I looked, it was up to about 11,000. Trying to sort of drive by time for the rest of this lobby to get set. Yeah, we are waiting for the rest of the miners to make an appearance. If you can find them, let them know they have a game starting now. I believe the timer has been started by Imagine. Wait, somebody's left the lobby. All right. Well, let's figure this out. And all right, they're slowly coming back into the lobby. Got 2 now. I believe the timer starts at 10 or 15 minutes. All right. I mean, this is sort of the if you're on an NGS team or you are a captain, you sort of know the difficulties with trying to get 4 other adults to show up to a game. Maybe the members of the minors are having these difficulties. But hopefully we get things going pretty soon and get these games started. If not, we will get a forfeit from the minors. And great HOTS content. But we will get a forfeit from the minors, and imagine we'll get 3 points for free. Wait, what's going on? We're having people leave the lobby. Let's do a new lobby. All right, let's do a new lobby. Apparently this lobby is cursed, so I'm leaving. And JTR has made a new lobby for everybody. It's great. I wish it's like, or times like this, as I wish I had a cool like scene for something where one group of players just doesn't show up. Yeah. Here we are. It's Wednesday. We're in October. Weather is starting to become more pumpkin spiced for all the Starbucks fans out there. I feel like pumpkin has sort of taken over the last week and a half. Everything has pumpkin in it. Sort of tell I'm running out of stuff to talk about. But they do have 10 more minutes to get a full team in here. Otherwise, they will forfeit the first match. What else can I talk to you about? While we're waiting, let's bring up the Heroes International prize pool. Let's look at the GoFundMe for this. Yep, we're still at 10,696. So that's happening. Okay, we got everybody here. We are ready. The members of the minors like to coordinate with their profile pictures or portraits, but we are not starting on time, which I guess is okay. All right, here comes this draft. Infernal Shrines tends to be a favorite map of all the teams in NGS. Kind of a brawly map. If you feel like you have good macro, you could win through macro. If you feel like you got a good team fight, win through team fights on the objective. But let's see how these drafts line up and see if we have priority to get to either pick up the Blaze first or ban the Blaze. I believe Fatal Rampage does play Blaze, but we'll see what the JTR has in mind for this first ban. Hopefully he has something in mind. We will get the Maev off the board. Not be an option. And on the side of Imagine, or I'm sorry, Minion Miners, I'm not sure who plays Maev. But Maev is just an overall strong hero. Maybe they're just opting to get rid of that hero altogether. That will be a Hunter CJR Diablo being taken off the board. Expand phase for the 30k, or not 30k, for the Imagine team. Will be a Hogger ban. So I have to guess we're gonna see a Blaze picked up here. Maybe. It is a Junkrat, a hero we forgot about, a guy forgot about, but it will be a Junkrat picked up pretty early. Let's see what the members of the Miners have in mind. Westgra will grab his Lucio, and Sir Mac of Cheese, great name by the way, will draft Lunara. Let's see what the blue side has in mind to counter the speedy Lucio and the Wisp of Lunara and the poison damage. They did get rid of Zadie's Brightwing. She does play a really strong Sukov. Leoric's going to go ahead and draft the... I'm sorry, Fatal Rampage will pick up Leoric with Hunter CGR going for Garage. Interesting draft so far. So right now, they're going to have pretty good zone help, zone potential for the side of Imagine, letting Fatal sort of get those minions picked up on the objective point. Next ban phase has the Miners taking off Stukov, sort of limiting the hero pool that Zadie might want to dig into. I would have to guess, there goes the Blaze. I'd have to guess we're going to see maybe a Tychus grabbed here. Garrosh Toss, Stun, Tychus does his little D trait thing with burning the heroes. But let's see what the Miners have in mind to look at getting over the Garrosh. Perhaps they have Johanna available, which is a pretty good counter into the Garrosh. They also have a new Barak. They have Muradin. So there are lots of things available to counter the Garrosh. And we're going to go ahead and see the Deathwing tank once more. You can't throw the Deathwing. And then Falstad's going to get grabbed up by Wonton. You see a lot of priority picks are being grabbed by the Miners. So I'm not sure if, how much research went into these drafts for Imagine, but it seems like the Miners are getting what they want with Falstad, Deathwing, Lunar, and Lucio. Last two picks coming out from Imagine, we have Zadie picking up Dolphirian, and there is the Tychus that I talked about. That potential of just tossing the hero into the back line with Tychus burning things down, Junkrat traps and boops, will make things scary. But again, they're going to have the Deathwing to walk over those Junkrat traps, and you can't throw the Deathwing. So that will be definitely a good front line, but also you can't heal Deathwing. So he will be most likely going into a drop build. And last pick, we're going to see Marshall grab the Artanis going into Leoric. I wonder if he goes stacks build on level 1. We'll find out in a minute. But based off the draft, is it a soft A in the Garage? I always said it with a hard A like Gary, but I don't know. Wow. You could call it Garage. You can call him Gary. You can call him the G-Man. I don't care. Might be like dialect, right? Kind of depends where you are in the country. Thelma. But let's have a good game here. We've got Imagine versus the Miners. Let me change my scene, by the way, before I forget. But based off the draft, do you like the Imagine draft more, or do you like the Miners draft more? Right now, I'm sort of favoring the Imagine side with the Garrosh and Tychus combo, and also just the ability for Leoric to just get those monkeys picked up. But on the side of the blue team, we've got JTR playing the Junkrat, Fatal Rampage on Leoric, Breakwood on Tychus, Hunter CJR on Garrosh, and Zadie playing Malfurion. And over on the Miner side, we have Wonton Soup on Falstad, Marshall on Artana, Sir Mac of Cheese on Lunara, showing off that taunt. Himibo playing Lucio and... Himibo playing Deathwing, and Wesker playing Lucio. Take a peek over at the level 1 talents. We have Falstad going into this frequent flyer. I don't like this talent all that much. We have amateur opponent being grabbed by the Artanis. And so far, just nothing too crazy being grabbed here. A little bit of chip damage coming in from the Junkrat on the towers here. Hunter CGR will get spotted out by the Deathwing Puddle. Lunara already on the bot side. Hunter looking for a toss, but the red side not going to give them a chance. Hunter being extremely aggressive with his posturing here. Let's see if we can catch a Lunara. No, that's a speedy Dryad, and Hunter CGR get disbanded by the tower. Himibo does find the stun on Zadie. Zadie's in trouble. Can't she get away? No. Deathwing does confirm the first blood on Malfurion. But let's see if there's anything left in the tank for the red team, as a little bit of damage is coming out from Breakwood. JTR dropping a trap in the bottom siege camp, with Lunara and Marshall going mid to catch that soak, and the right side siege camp is started by Wesker and Wonton Soup. But not far behind, we have Imagine starting their siege camp. Garrosh was picked up by the Wisp, so the red team is going to play a little safe, but they also could just put Himibo in the front line to negate any tosses that Hunter CGR may find. Don't really see maintaining Deathwing that often unless you're watching Minion Miner games. But need to see some different comps outside of the meta from these teams. And the red team's going to go ahead and start some damage onto this front wall. First objective will be spawning bot, so not really setting up for the first objective, but they're going to go ahead and get the whole wall mid. Siege camp was grabbed. We have Wonton Soup flying bottom, it looks like. Got to go ahead and clear out those bottom sappers. And Fantastic kind of hitting walls and running away. Playing for the macro potential. We do have the hard camp being started by JTR. No one just yet starting the hard camp for the side of the Miners. I do feel like the macro potential from the Minion Miners is not at par with some of the other Heroic Division teams. Something they do need to fix. And Imagine will have a hard camp pushing top during this objective phase. Hunter looking for a toss, does find Lunara. Damage coming out from Tychus. Kill confirmed by Hunter. Fantastic first blood, second blood coming out from Garrosh. And Hunter looking for more. Wonton Soup does have his E available and scoots away. Objective is started. This camp, though, topside, is going to get some value here. We are 18 monkeys to 1 in favor of the Imagine side. And climbing quickly. With Leoric there, with the potential for his Qs, it's tough going. Taking a look at talents, we did have 7s pop for the Miners. We are seeing that drop build coming from Himibo. But first objective does go over to the side of JT Imagine. And this first objective does go down pretty quickly, so not even a tower goes down from the objective. And let's see, we see an engagement here from the Minion miners. Front wall does go down finally, and both towers. So wall is down, but again, that objective did not get the value they may have wanted. And Breakwood's just burning through Himibo with his Tychus trait. Take a peek topside to see what that top objective did. Not much. And we do have a flying dragon dropping bombs, looking for value. And the red side will start their bruiser camp. Hunter looking for value here, looking for perhaps Wonton Soup to step forward. I don't think he'll give him the chance. But we see Wesker and Sir Mac of Cheese starting to rotate down. The blue team will take the siege camp away from the miners. And we do have a hard camp pushing top for the Minion miners. Hunter playing extremely aggressive, running towards the red team. Definitely a scary thing if you're on the receiving end of that. Root just misses from Zadie. And Lucio and Himibo running it down bot. Does find a stun onto Hunter. Not sure if that's the target they want. Flip goes out, doesn't find the stun on Lucio. Does have his speed. And Lunara does confirm the kill onto Hunter. With level 10s online momentarily and this next objective spawning mid, this might be a chance for the red team to look for value somewhere on the map. Garrosh will be spawning in 5 seconds. We have Fatal Rampage getting some damage into this top tower, top wall. And perhaps the idea of letting them have Junkrat was predicted by the red side, as this Deathwing is taking away all the traps and boops that Junkrat can give them. Level 10s were grabbed. We did see... Oh, we had a sound barrier come out from Lucio. Flip onto Lucio once more. Finds the root. Sleepy Lucio. Can he get away? Does get tossed. Blue's Leoric does go down. A lot of damage went out onto Wesker, but in the end, it was Leoric that found death. And looking mid, Wonton Soup is going to go ahead and push this mid a little bit more, getting chip damage on this mid fort. That's a fallen dragon putting damage into Breakwood. Breakwood forced to tap. Hunter looking for a toss, finds the Artanis. Root onto Wonton Soup. Silence, but no follow-up damage there. Zadie looks like she might be in trouble, and that is a dead Malfurion. Objective is up. We should see the members of the miners rotate for this objective with Malfurion down for their 15 seconds. The blue side might want to look somewhere else on the map for value. And actually, it's the red side who's looking somewhere else for value. And they're going to find the kill onto Deathwing. Falstad and Artanis might have, I guess, counted their chickens before they hatched. They left the team to get the objective, and they found a Deathwing to kill. So with the advantage, I thought, going in the side of the red team, the blue team took the advantage away by killing the Deathwing. The split from the Falstad and the Artanis. They will confirm this bottom fort, it looks like. They have, maybe not. They got Hunter jumping around. Can Hunter find a toss? Oh, good boop from Wesker. Misses a stun. We do have a jump over by Sir Mac of Cheese. Boop does not confirm onto Sir Mac of Cheese. Sir Mac of Cheese sidestep king, perhaps. Showing his prowess with the mouse. But we do find a toss onto Wesker. Taunt goes out. Can Lucio get away? No. We have Deathwing back in this. Spear goes out, lands onto Tychus. Breakwood does get tossed away. JTR finds the boop, but I'm not sure if it's long enough. Wonton Soup is in there. Stun onto Hunter. Hunter getting low. Tychus gets... Sorry, not Tychus, but Falstad gets thrown over by Garrosh. And this is a bloodbath. Not Falstad. Lunara finds a kill onto Leoric. There is kills going all over the place. We're getting a tour bus, people. I might need to get some water after this game. We have a swap onto Marshall. And that's a dead Artanis, and these kills are starting to stagger at the wrong time. Wesker pops his sound barrier. This objective and the members of Imagine will confirm this middle fort. Mid fort goes down at the 9-minute mark. And it looks like Junkrat and Leoric will rotate top to put some chip damage in there. I'd have to guess this next objective will spawn topside. So getting rid of this wall and towers, extremely advantageous for these teams. Let's take a look at some talent. It's been a while. Oh, Hunter's looking aggressive here. And I'm not sure if this is what they want. They do have the Wisp in the bush that does show vision on the garage. You see that with a little radial eye. So Hunter does rotate down. But looking at talents, we got Spray and Pray coming out from Tychus. It's actually a different garage build than I'm used to seeing. But here we go. We have the hard camp pushing topside for the red team, for the miners. Next objective is spawning top. But we are going to see the miners, looks like, confirm the bottom fort. Maybe. And Imagine will rotate down. And once again, they're split. They do find the stun. Cannot flip the Deathwing. It's the macro is getting much better as the season's going on from the miners. I have to say, earlier on, they were just a team fight team with very little macro, and it seems like they have learned that they need to force objectives and camps off the map to create pressure somewhere else. You find a stun onto Wesker, but no real follow-up. And Sir Mac and Cheese is pouring damage. Let's look at the damage numbers coming out. On the side of Imagine, when you got loose Junkrat follow. Oh, and we do have a combo onto the Lucio, and Tychus does confirm the kill onto Lucio. Stun goes out onto Garrosh. Garrosh going down quickly. Hunter CGR does go down. We have the fear coming out from Deathwing. Himbo flying in. I'm not sure who he's looking for. But damage onto Leoric once more. Oh, Gust to save, perhaps? I'm not sure. But looking back at hero damage, we have actually top hero damage in the game right now is Deathwing. Garrosh down for 16 more seconds. Let's see if the red team wants this objective or decides to go somewhere else again. On the side of the blue side, the blue bruisers are up. Deathwing does fall onto the top lane. And with Wonton Soup is going to go ahead and keep Breakwood down here. Well, Breakwood's rotating top. Looks like she's going to forgive this bottom fort. Junkrat does have the boop to get away. Hunter's in there looking for some flank onto somebody. Does get the stun, lands on Sir Mac of Cheese. Fear comes out. JTR getting low. Breakwood finds damage onto Marshall with the root to zone out the Artanis. Does find the root and the sleep onto Artanis. Flip goes out. E on the Rampage does not get the flip over, but the kill is confirmed onto Leoric. Objective is started by the miners. And it is a 5v4 here, but Leoric is in ghost form, kind of getting health back as he drains somebody of their soul. Junkrat bomb comes out, looking for damage onto Wesker, finds the toss onto Falstad. Gus comes out, disengages the team. Himbo flew in. Stun onto Garrosh, followed up the breath. We're at 20 monkeys to 3 on the side of the miners, but looks like the blue team is completely zoned out the miners for the time being. Marshall does get the kill onto Garrosh, and the blue team needs to back away and get rid of this. They do have Tychus. This will be a 2 for 0. Not good if you're a fan of Imagine. And Marshall is not afraid but will go down. It's a 2-for-1 trade here. The red team should confirm this next objective. Super scrappy game. Game 1, 37-8. Yeah, next objective should be in the hands of, there we go. Oh, the silence coming out to Malfurion, but Zadie, I'm not sure what happened there, but she walked in and had no one with her and paid for it with her life. Someone asked about the mouse because she walked into Egypt with no help. Leoric does go down, and this is starting to stagger in the other direction. Level 20s are online for Minion Miners, and they're going to have 20 over Imagine for quite some time. And this is the wall, at least, perhaps a keep. Although Lunara is not there. Lunara is pushing bot. Wonton Soup over the wall. I'm not sure what happened there. Probably Hunter CGR tossed her over the wall. And Lunara does confirm the bottom fort. Artanis working on the Bruiser camp. And we are going to go ahead and see Himibo, Wonton Soup, and Wesker rotate towards the middle lane. I would like them to take a fight while the blue side is down 20s. But they're more content with just getting structures, which is totally fine. Blue side needs to play a little bit more passive, wait for even talent tiers to come out, but the red team will be able to just grab all the camps on the map. Himibo is not afraid. He's sort of hunting this Garrosh. Garrosh looking for damage here. Let's find a slow. Indomitable comes out to get rid of the potential of getting stunned out by the Deathwing stun. Level 20s will be online momentarily for Imagine. Himibo, though, looking at getting some structure damage here on this bottom wall. Stun onto Hunter, and not fun if you're a fan of Garrosh playing into a Deathwing. Red team will go ahead and take this bottom siege camp uncontested as Imagine starts to clear lanes out. But level 20s are online for both these teams. Let's take a peek at what those 20s are. We did have GTR go Cannonball at 20. Didn't take the upgraded Riptire. Titanic Might onto Hunter. Big red button. Lunar Shower. Huh. All right. And Buried Alive. Definitely some interesting talent picks coming out from Imagine. Looking over at the Miners. House Party. All right. House Party, Wind Tunnel, Toxin, Sudden Fire, and Plasma Burn. All right. This is sort of the part of the game where a team wipe ends the game for either side. Sort of run at the wall and take down the keep. They sort of need to play behind the Deathwing and not around the Deathwing. But Breakwood is just pouring damage into this Deathwing. Himibo trying to get away. If you find a route onto Artanis, he should be fine. Marshall is just hanging out. Next objective is bot here. Deathwing's going to go ahead and fly in the air, get some health back. We'll have that drop available. But didn't go the level 20. Did he go? Didn't fire. No, did not go the other one. We had the drop come somewhere else. Objective is started by Imagine. I'm not sure if this is the objective. Looks like they're okay with giving some lead here on the side of the Miners. We don't see too much engagement just yet. Marshall does get rooted by a raw root from Malfurion. Gets out of it. 15 monkeys to 6 so far. Fatal Rampage getting low. Will go. Oh, the Gust! I thought the Gust was going to go ahead and save the Leoric, but the kill is confirmed by Lunara. Ooh, a big red button does find some damage onto Lunara. Marshall getting low. Stun just missed. Sidestep King Marshall does go back towards the Garrosh to avoid the stun. And we're at 24 monkeys to 17. And it looks like this next objective will go over to Imagine. We're at 34 to 18. Yep, and this final objective. Oh, we do find a toss onto our Artanis. Artanis goes. Wait a minute. Artanis goes down, but also Junkrat goes down. Must be from the bombs that he creates. They did trade Junkrat for Artanis. They killed each other. But let's see what value this objective gets. Obviously, bottom fort is gone. Let's see what they can get out of this bottom keep. Top keep did go down during that. 32 seconds spawning on both these. Ooh, fantastic Entomb coming out from Leoric. But it is Himibo. Doesn't care about your silences. And the miners did a really good job defending this bottom keep with a 20-minute objective. The blue side will need to react to this top push, but we have JTR spawning in a minute or a second. Probably clear out that top wave after he clears out this mid wave. Pretty healthy wave actually spawning mid. Red team's gonna go ahead and take away this bottom siege camp, with the blue team grabbing their siege camp away. It's kind of a weird engage for Imagine to make, to look for a pick, because it's just so hard to walk around the Deathwing. But Hunter needs to get in there somehow to look for either the Lunara or the Lucio. But Himibo is doing a great job just making that extra difficult. Hard camp is spawning. The blue side will get that cleared out pretty easily and have their own hard camp pushing. But we do have the red team showing bot, putting damage into this bottom keep wall. And that wall does go down. Fatal Rampage is here. We still have 3 members top. And they're just going to slowly pick at this keep bot side. They did secure that bottom wall. Next objective will be spawning mid, and it will be a Shrine Punisher. Sorry, a mortar Punisher, not a Shrine Punisher. A Mortar Punisher. JTR might have bitten off more than he could chew. He's forced to use his bomb once more to get out of there. Artanis and Wonton clearing out that top bruiser camp. Red team is positioned pretty passively on the far right side of the map. And if Hunter finds something, there's Lunara. Might have missed an opportunity to look for a toss onto Lunara. But they're giving time for JTR to set up in the lane. You have Breakwood showing top, clearing out those minions. Blue side is just backing away. Wonton will fly top. Not sure why, but he's top. Toss goes out, stun misses onto Wesker. Indomitable is popped by Garrosh. Ooh. Entomb just misses. There we go. Swap onto Marshall. And Fatal Rampage goes down once more. The Orc's not having a fun game here, but Lucio does go down by Breakwood, but it's a 2-for-1, 3-for-1, as kills go out onto Malfurion and Tychus. And our red team is going to go ahead and start. Wait a minute. Our red team will start this objective. Sir Mac and Cheese is just going to jump away over the Garrosh. Going to be a hard defense for Imagine, but let's see what they have in mind. do have Leoric back up in 16 seconds. And it will be a 4v3. I would like to see more priority on the objective than what's currently happening from the miners. We do have a swap on a Rampage, and Rampage spawns and dies again. I'm not sure what that was about, but Leoric is getting trait value on game 1. And the 4th, I think, objective does go towards the Minion Miner side. We'll be walking mid. And let's see what this defense looks like. I'm not sure if Indomitable is back up for Hunter. Maybe it's back up. Who knows? Jump goes out. Swap finds a route onto Artanis. Tosses in and taunted onto Artanis. Does go down. Hunter finishes up his quest at the 25-minute mark. And this Immortal is jumping around like a cat in a tree. Himiny-piminy as he goes. Red team is going to disengage, look for the minion somewhere else. I don't think this Immortal takes out this middle keep. No. But the red team will get value on somewhere else on the map. Hunter guarding their bruiser camp, but the red team's not even there. They're in Mexico getting margaritas with the boys. So we will have two siege camps pushing mid, one bottom for the miners. And it looks like this is going to go towards, go to like the 28, 29-minute mark for game 1. Infernal Shrines, everybody. Infernal Shrines. This is getting scary if you die. Hard camp is secured by the miners. Wonton Soup will clear out this top bruiser wave. As I don't think the blue side showed. Oh, now they're showing. So will be a free clear top for the miners. Next objective will be spawning top, by the way. And that's the lane where there is no keep. But good lane pressure coming out from the miners this game. Zadie rotating with JTR. Do an engage here. Missed swap from Marshall onto Phalo Rampage, who has not been having fun this game. He's 7 deaths so far. Look at the siege damage coming out from JTR. 300,000 siege damage from JTR and Oz Junkrat. 84,000 hero damage. Trying to will his team to win. Red team setting up around this bottom objective. We're in the 28-minute mark. I have to guess, a 30-minute Punisher is pretty nasty. The question is, do we get to level 30? We get to level 30. This will be a tough defense for Imagine, since they're not gonna have priority here. They're gonna have catapults spawning every wave. Those catapults do decent damage. Red team still not showing just yet, and I'm not sure why they're being so slow to rotate here. But we are more. Objective is up. We have Leoric. I don't know if this is an objective they can give away, but the red team is going to push bottom here. They're going to burn this bottom keep pretty quickly. They do find a stun onto Marshall. 16 monkeys to 0, obviously. Khan comes out, root, boop, back onto Artanis. Ooh, fantastic gust from Falstad. And they will confirm this bottom keep. Although I feel like they could have... No, they will not confirm it. It's going to live with a little bit of health. They could have fought... Oh, it does go down. They could have fought over that objective with the extra wave priority and done a little bit better. But this next objective will go over the side of Imagine. Amiibo finds air. Has to heal back up. Marshall goes back in. Root does land onto Artanis. Hunter getting low. Do we have a drop from Deathwing? No, he's going to hold his drop. You have 2 catapults top here. We have Falstead flying top to take care of that Immortal. And just so much pressure on these lanes from the miners. The blue team is constantly having to look to see what is spawning. Although our miner friends, they take a bad fight and they die. It's not going to be good. We're at the 30-minute mark in game, which means these death timers are extremely long. We do have Hunter CGR looking for a pick, but I'm not sure if the red team's going to give them the pick. They have a wisp that shows them where they're at. Marshall is looking. Will back away from Hunter. Stun lands, gets tossed back in, taunt. Ooh, but the gust is there onto Hunter, and Garrosh does go down. And maybe that's the kill they needed. Soundbearer comes out. Sir Mac of Cheese looking for some damage onto somebody. Finds a raw root from Zadie once again. And with Hunter down for 49 more seconds, let's see what our red team does. They go, they get the middle keep or look for picks here. But they will have a chance. Odin is popped by Breakwood. And I want to see the red team walk forward, not backwards. Stun onto Fatal. Fatal's getting low. Swap lands onto Leoric. Ooh, Entomb just misses. Breakwood does have the Odin popped. Root onto Falstad. We're at 32 minutes, people. And JTR will spawn in 3 seconds. So the blue team does live without their tank. All right, and they did take away the bruiser camp away from Imagine. Looking for more value mid here. Breath goes out onto the wave. Finds a root onto Falstad. Here comes the Indomitable flip. Taunt onto Falstad. But the Sound Bear comes out from Lucio. Saves Wonton. Gus goes out to get the Junkrat bomb away. I'm not sure if that was needed. And Himibo looking for damage. Should be okay, but that Gust is down for another 45 seconds. Meanwhile, JTR is forced to sort of rotate top and take care of that wave spawning. At the same point, blue team has to defend this 4v5. Oh, this is getting kind of nuts, guys. 33 minutes. I don't envision a world where if the red team gets this objective, it doesn't go to miners. I don't see it happening. Ooh. This is sweaty. This is really sweaty. Level 26 27, 33 and a half minutes in. 33 and a half minutes in, and our red team is not on the objective point. They're going to just give away some minions for free. Fatal Rampage is going to get a good lead here. They're already at 10 monkeys. And the red team, I don't know what they're doing. 18, halfway there. Root doesn't find a victim this time. We're at 24-4. JTR can just start throwing bombs. Odin is popped. Starts putting pressure on the objective. 30-9, 36. Deathwing ult does come out. 36-10. Objective is secured. Double toss onto both Lucio and Artanis, and we will get a kill onto Lucio. Definitely does find the kill onto Garrosh, though, but we do find 2 kills for 1 with both the Artanis and Lucio going down. We do have this hard camp that they work so hard on to be cleared out by JTR with this 34-minute Punisher. If this ends, and it might end with this Punisher, this will be a pretty hard throw for the members of the Miners. Yeah, this is League of Legends at this point. And the Red team just needs to pour damage into this objective and not worry about the keep. Objective at about 50% health. Core shielding is still available. Jump onto Falstad. Core Punisher. Core is still up. Oh, wait. Good damage onto Lunara. And they defend the core. No damage goes out. Oof. And Lucio and Artanis are back up. 35. So we're gonna hit 40 minutes, and I am gonna ask for a raise from NGS. All right. Do we hit 30 minutes, people? If there's a mod in chat that can create a poll, please create a poll that says, we'll hit level 30. I don't think I've seen an NGS game go to level 30. How much HP does a 30? Yeah. Quite a bit. Next time it spawns, I'll show you, but yeah. It was a lot of HP. But the red team just has so much burn from Falstad, Lunara, Artanis. Artanis did go amateur opponent. Where'd he go? Yeah, he went amateur opponent, so he's doing more damage to non-hero targets. And JTR, poor JTR is forced to just clear these waves out constantly. We look at siege damage and hero damage. JTR has 457,000 siege damage this game. This is game 1. All right. Hunter is looking for something. They got to find a pick here. There's just so much pressure being created from Imagine. Or by Minion Miners. And they're looking at Marshall. They do find the Entomb. Big Gust comes out from Wonton to save their Artanis. So they burn an Entomb for a Gust. That's an even trade. They're both short cooldowns. But Hunter's looking for something on somebody. They do have Artanis showing top. Hunter finds the Deathwing. All right. 38-minute Punisher. How much health do you think it's going to have? And the next question is, do you think the red team is going to let the blue team get the advantage they've always been getting? Ooh, root onto Falstad. Here comes a flip. Onto Falstad. Taunt. Soundbearer comes out. Boop from the Leoric, or Junkrat. Zadie, though's in trouble. Malfurion goes down. Leoric goes down. And we're looking for more kills onto Garrosh. Things are not going the direction of Imagine. Garrosh will go down. 3 for 0. Breakwood's next. 4 for 0. And I really want them to get the Punisher because I want to see how much health it has. But that is a team wipe, and this game will end at the 40-minute mark, most likely. GGs are coming out. We do not reach the dream of a level 30 heroic game. And once again, Minion Miners will not confirm the objective, although they're confirming the core. And JTR is saying first pick once again. All right, well, there we go. 39 minutes. I could have watched like 2 episodes of a TV show. Let's see here. With no commercial, obviously. Once again, Junkrat, almost 500,000 siege damage. 500,000 siege damage. 39-minute game, but 500,000 siege damage. Oof. Take a look at talents. The talents were a little different this game. This is not the typical garage build. This is not, where'd it go? The typical, a lot of different builds. But there we go. Hate to see it. Read chat here. How much HP? I don't know. Well, let's change my scene. It's been a while. Match summary. There we go. Oh man. But let me change this. Update my screen to show that the red team did win the map. It is 1-0 Miners. Waiting for the next map to pop. But yeah. Cheddar believe it. Yeah, I believe it. But hope everyone's having a good Wednesday night. It's definitely been a long week for me. My game is tomorrow. Typically play Wednesdays, but the team we're playing couldn't make it tonight. We all agreed on. Once again, the season has gone to another week. I thought the season was going to roll over on Tuesday, but we have one more week added to this Storm League season. So good news if you're climbing. Bad news if you just want season to end. So map not grabbed just yet. While we're waiting for the map to spawn, I'm going to get some water because it's been 40 minutes of talking nonstop. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. We got some water. I got a chocolate crepe from Costco. It is 150 calories. Not bad. Not bad. Waiting for next lobby to pop. But hope everyone's having a good night. Thanks for casting this game. First time watcher, and appreciate the quality of the cast. I wouldn't comment on the quality of the cast. Rickest Lee, but thanks for watching. All right. Miners are waiting. Looks like JTR is going to change his portrait to a choo-choo train. Always fun to see. And the lobby is up. We're actually going to get all the members to change their portrait to choo-choo trains. Let me change the view to the draft screen. So if you're not familiar, the miners' portraits are choo-choo trains. And look at old Zay's a holdout. But the Imagine team swapped. Well, some of them have swapped their portrait to a train. That's cute. Good for them. Good sports. All right. Well, we're going over to Tomb of the Spider Queen, which means spiders. This is the map choice of our red team. They're calling for another 40-minute game. I'll let my dog in. Please, sorry about that. I have a 200-pound Saint Bernard, and he was knocking on the door. All right, draft is getting to go. 1-0 Miners. All right. If I'm drafting here, I'm getting rid of some comfort picks. Get rid of Lucio. Get rid of the Blaze. We are going to get a respect ban on the Deathwing, which ruined the draft of Imagine, apparently. Before the game started, I was gonna go ahead and order some ramen from the local ramen shop. I was like, I'm not sure if they'll be done in an hour. They didn't even finish the first game in an hour, so it's a good thing I didn't order Japanese food. But we do a ban once more onto Diablo. We will get a Maev ban. And I really don't think the Miners play Maev. Must have some intel I don't have. And final ban coming out from our red side will be Zadie's right wing. JTR will grab the Junkrat. I have to guess Blaze makes an appearance here. That is Himibo's kind of comfort tank. Lucio, we are going to get Lucio, and this will be a main tank Blaze. So if you're thinking, no, Blaze plays in the off lane, Danny, you're right. Blaze typically does play in the off lane, but for this team, Blaze plays as the main tank. Next two picks coming out from our blue team. We'll get to see Nubarak and Andu make an appearance. Perhaps we have a light bomb on the Nubarak. Blow up, stun potential. We will probably get to see a cocoon onto the tank target with falling damage up onto a squishy target from the blue team. This is sort of like Imagine's MO though. For as long as I've been watching Imagine, they always lose the first game and they always win the last two games. So I'm going to go ahead and guess we go game 3. I'm calling game 3 before game 2 is even started. Tychus is banned out. And final ban coming out from Imagine. Did we get the Lunara deleted? Lunara did a ton of damage last game. Will be the... Okay, so they did not do their homework. That is not a Blaze offlane. That's a Blaze main tank. I know this because I played this team early in the season. But next two picks coming out from our red side here, our Miners. We'll see Zul and Nazebo grabbed. So perhaps the Zul root with the Nazebo wall. Nasty combo there. Question is, what kind of Nazebo are we going to get? Oh, do we get the spiders? Do we get the thing of the deep? Toads? We'll have to wait and see. So draft, the game actually starts. And final 2 picks. Fatal Rampage is going to go ahead and grab the Sonya. Lunara grabs, or Breakwood grabs Lunara. So Sonya will be able to spin to win out or get some health back from the Zebo walls. Still a pretty juicy target for the Root and the E from Blaze. And Marshall is going to go ahead and grab D.Va. So we will get Marshall on Zul, Wonton Soup on the D.Va. Kind of heavy front line for our red team. So we're getting a carry Nazebo. So this game is destined to go 40 minutes. On the side of the blue team, we have Junkrat, Nubrak, Anduin, Sonya, and Lunara. What does this team do? This team dives in and kills things. The red side plays for 40 minutes and waits till Nazebo gets his stacks to win the game. So yeah, this is going to be a long game if it goes in the direction of the red side. But again, history tends to repeat itself, which means this will be an imagined win early on. But hopefully chat is watching, placing wagers somehow. But on the red side, you have Marshall and Zul, Himyo playing the Blaze, main tank, Wonton on D.Va, Sir Mac of Cheese on Nazebo, and Weskra as Lucio. On the blue side, Hunter CGR. Is it Hunter C Jr. or Hunter CGR? I'm not sure. On Nubrak, Zadie playing an Anduin, Fatal Rampage on Sonya, JTR once again on Junkrat, and Breakwood on Lunara. Taking a peek at talents, we do get to see Thing of the Deep Zebo, which will increase his range a little bit and give him some more spell power after he gets 100 stacks. Warpaint on the Sonya, Wisp, damage, and Zul and D.Va have not picked their level 1s just yet. There we go. Shackler for Zul. So we'll be put some slows onto whoever. Wall comes out from the Zebo, looking to start those Zebo stacks. Burrow into Himibo, finds the boop onto Blaze. Blaze ease backs in, gets a stun, pops his trait, and walks away. And we're going to go ahead and see the red team start to rotate top here. JTR and friends trying to slow down the progression of the rotations. Their Mac and Cheese really wants those stacks. Finds nothing with his Demon Wall. But we'll rotate mid here and start to put some poison damage onto this mid push. Burrow into Zul, boops back on from the Junkrat, and they do confirm the kill with the Junkrat Q. Fantastic wall though coming out from Sir Mac of Cheese. JTR getting low, but he should be fine. And the blue team finds first blood and does not give back a kill in return. 1 minute, 34 seconds up, which means all the camps are available. Looks like Sonya will rotate here to grab the hard camp. Our other members of the blue side here. Looks like they're going to rotate here down here onto Sir Wonton Soup. Burrow should be up. Finds a Burrow, stun onto Wonton. And D.Va might be in trouble here. Ooh, boop in the wrong direction. Bomb went out just slow enough. Meanwhile, Sir Mac and Cheese is starting to stack. Level 4s should pop for both these teams in a moment. Curious to see what our Nazebo goes here at level 4. I always pick the red talent on Nazebo at 4, but let's see what he does here. Hunter, though, looking for an engagement here onto Nazebo. Does find the stun, although Blaze is there to help out. Zadie finds a raw root, and Sir Mac and Cheese getting low. Can Wesker keep him topped up? Yes, and Zebo goes big voodoo. So we'll get the extra health and mana from his stacks. We do have the hard camp pushing middle for the Imagine side. Finds a stun onto Wesker. Blaze there to follow up with the E. Meanwhile, this middle fort wall is getting really low, and that's a really healthy wave mid pushing into this red team. Bomb boops back Wesker, although able to get on the wall and rollerblade away as Lucio. Stun goes out from Hunter CGR, but finds air. Wonton Soup getting low. Not really ready to pop that bomb just yet. Hunter pops the bomb now. Root onto the Anubrak. Does not find the Nazebo wall though, because Nazebo's topside here getting stacks. Let's take a peek at the stacks on the Nazebo. He's at 50 stacks on his level 1. Our Jailers is at 32 stacks out of 80. And even Anduin's getting into the stack game at level 4. Piercing Light, 1 out of 10. Stun here onto Weskra. You do find the kill onto Lucio as he was trying to turn his gems in. I don't think he dropped too many, but they did confirm the kill. And this first blue web weavers will go over to the side of Imagine. Level 7s are now online for our red team. This is going to be a pretty hard defense for the miners, as that mid wall is already opened up, which means the spiders have less damage to get through to put pressure on the fort. Blue team is positioned topside here, drawing attention away from the red team. These towers and walls are going down. Bottom tower goes down first. Top side will go down next. Big boop onto Weskra. Finds a stun onto Anubrak. Quick kill as Lucio stepped too far forward and JTR found the stun. Top spider goes down. Middle spiders, though, still available. JTR finds another boop, finds another Nubrak combination onto the Nazebo. 2 quick kills from the JTR finding his boops back onto the enemy side. Meanwhile, the blue spider does confirm the middle fort. Boop. Once again onto Nazebo. Marshall in trouble. And the teamwork from Hunter, CJR, and JTR. Amazing. Level 10s are online for our blue team. Cocoon, Riptire, Leaping Strikes. You can have Wrath, not Leap. And Light Bomb. But yeah, 6 kills to 0 so far. Wonton Soup with 32 gems. Does not want to lose those. We have a route onto Breakwood. And taking a peek at the stacks so far for Nazebo is at 81 stacks. That's about average. Typically you want to be, I guess, what, 10 stacks a minute around there. If that's to kind of keep up. 80's okay. It's average. Sonya does confirm the bottom siege camp. That will put pressure on that bottom fort. But pops her bomb. Big stun onto Nubrak. I'm not sure if it's enough to do anything. No follow-up really is there. Wonton Soup is not going to be able to turn this in. Does get the root from Zadie. Breakwood looking for damage. We do have the ult pop by Nazebo. Bottom fort does go down from the siege camp and Sonya pushing. Cocoon onto Zebo. Did have the sound barrier come out. Oh, big poison coming out from Zool, but only finds Hunter CJR. The members of Imagine able to zigzag away from the Hunter from the poison. Meanwhile, they have a pretty healthy wave push bottom here, and this would be the second objective going over to the side of Imagine. And with this bottom wave pushing pretty deep, that's going to be a hard defense. This top fort is most likely gone. do have a root and engagement here from the Anubarak onto Marshall. Zebo does find a wall. Hunter getting low. Zebo will confirm the kill. Is JTR next? No, he's okay. Fatal Rampage, though, getting low. Spin, gets booped back by the Lucio. Fatal's getting low. Wonton Soup says, I want to join you. Breakwood says, not today. And they do find the kill onto both Zul and the Diva Mech. 1 for 1 so far. And Blaze does go down and drops 41 gems. Oh, wait, Wesker there to pick them up. Oof. Those gems get lost. That's not good. But meanwhile, during that entire fight, which lasted about 27 minutes, the Spiders are just pushing. And this bottom objective is going to get the wall. A little bit of damage on the keep. Hunter looking for an engagement here. Finds nothing. Stun, though, onto Zul, but not before he gets his poison off. And does find damage onto Lunara and Hunter. Hunter forced to use his cocoon to stop the engagement. But Fatal's not afraid of anything. Does find a 2-man stun from Blaze. Marshall getting low. Wesker there, able to pop the sound barrier. But the kill comes out from JTR onto Zul. This is a bloodbath, people. Hero getting low. Wonton Soup needs to just get out of there. Hunter, though, being a little bit aggressive, looking for more. Fatal Rampage there. I got you, boy. Stun onto Fatal. And this fight is going in like 3 different directions. All right, they're deciding to give me a reprieve from talking and go do something else, like turn in gems. The Imagine side at 102 gems, and no turn-ins just yet. JTR will get the bottom siege camp started. Sonya will grab the hard camp. Zul's checking the top boss. We do have Nubarak and Breakwood floating around. Stun comes out for the delay. Breakwood gets rooted, but no follow-up there once more. Zadie, though, she put herself in harm's way. No, gets away, but that objective does get turned in by Imagine. Halo Rampage is in the back line, finds a Q onto Wonton Soup. Bunker is dropped, but no one wants to use the bunker. Coon goes out onto Wesker, King gets out. Sound barrier is popped by the Lucio, but does not find Zul. Kill goes out onto Zul. Mech down. Blaze down. 2 for 0 so far. And this will be an easy cleanup by the Imagine side on the red Spiders. I'm not sure if any gems were dropped on the red side, however. But wait, Breakwood wants more. And they do find Baby Diva going down. Breakwood is saying, I want this bottom keep. This keep is mine. It's almost Christmas. Hunter finds a burrow onto Nazebo. Root does land onto 2 members of the Miners. And the blue team wants this hard camp to be taken away. I guess the Miners don't want it, so I guess the blue team could have it. 3-level advantage for the Imagine side. Hunter looking for more. Hunter looking for more. Finds a Diva over the wall. Breakwood will drop in 22 gems. JTR will drop in 17. And Hunter will drop in the rest. Third objective going over the side of the Imagine team. Bottom keep is at about half health. Hunter is here. Warning ping's coming out. Cocoon onto Nazebo. Kind of a weird cocoon. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like that cocoon from Hunter. But they are able to get the kill onto Blaze. And Lunar is in the back line putting damage into Sir Mac and Cheese, but Lunar is the one that finds death. JTR finds a boop onto both Marshall and Wesker. So you're looking for more. Root does land. Anduin forced to pull Sony out of the back line. And these spiders will confirm his bottom keep. But let's see what else they can get. That's 2 keeps. Do we get 3? Damage here onto Marshall. Can Marshall get out? Probably not. No. Got Azul down. Big damage stun onto Hunter, but not enough as Hunter re-engages onto Diva. Core shielding is still up. We have the cocoon come out onto Nazeebo once again. Bunker is dropped. Can Nazeebo get in there? No, doesn't want to. And game number 2, as predicted, goes over to Imagine. GG. Oof. So it wasn't 40 minutes. It was 14. 15 kills to 2. The Imagine side, with the help of JTR, finding the boops, but Hunter CG are there to follow up on those boops from the Junkrat. Just sort of staggered the red team to death. Take a peek over at Talents while I update the score. And we are going to go ahead and wait for the next lobby to pop. I'd have to guess that the Miners take first pick. But yeah, fun game number 2. Putting all the cheese on the Miners. That's right. You would have lost some cheese. All right. So there are your talents, boys, girls. Here's the damage. We're going to pop over to the map screen and await map number 3. Lobby is up. We are going to Braxis Holdout. This will be the map choice of Imagine. Don't see Braxis too often. High-level teams play Braxis a little bit differently than kind of Storm League. I'd have to guess that will be the MO of Imagine. And I don't know if the Miners have actually played a Braxis game this season. I guess we will wait to see. Readies are coming out from Imagine, waiting for thumbs up from the Miners, and here they go. And here goes the draft screen. 1-1. Best of 3, obviously. So whoever wins this next game wins the match. Or whoever wins this next match wins the game. Well, let's see what the Miners have in mind to take off. And once again, that's going to be getting rid of Diablo. Really fearful of Hunter's Diablo. Deathwing again being taken off the board. Let's see if we see a Junkrat ban. There is Junkrat. Okay. I mean, they keep leaving that thing open. Which means they're going to give Zadie Brightwing. But I'd rather deal with Brightwing than Junkrat on this map. It is point control. Junkrat is really good at that point control. Next ban coming out from Imagine. got rid of Deathwing. We get rid of Blaze. Once again, they're going to prioritize the Maev. And Wesker is going to take the Brightwing away from Zadie. Let's see if Zadie says Lucio is a good pick here. I can get that. But the blue team, next 2 picks coming out from them. You have Johanna available, which is pretty good in this map. Good wave clear. Good sustain. We will get to see a JTR Genji. And here comes the Genji Light Bomb combo from Zadie. Good 1-2 pick there. And next 2 picks coming out from our red team. We're getting a Himebo ETC and Sir Makachi's Zagara. Definitely off meta. I guess that's what the miners are known for. Playing weird comps. Just throws teams off. But next ban's coming out for the miners. Perhaps get rid of the Artanis. Marshall did show that he can play the hero. Although it will be a Falstad ban. So getting rid of Wonton's Falstad. And pretty quick ban onto the Nubarak. Another respect ban for Hunter. Next 2 picks coming out from Imagine. Have to assume we see a tank. Not a tank. Damage and offlane here picked up. Hunter's going to draft the variant Chromie, so they're going pure blow up here. I mean, ETC doesn't have the most health. They could taunt front to back, and Chromie can just blow whoever up. With JTR following up on Genji, they have a lot of damage. And Varian taunt and doing root. The problem here is Varian isn't tanked till 4, so the red team will have opportunities to sort of just push into that lane. But let's see how they deal with it. Wonton will grab the Rexar. Marshall will pick up the Mephisto. Rexar on this map is tough to deal with, as Misha could just sit on that top objective. And final pick coming out from Fatal Rampage. Artanis actually is a good pick here. He can sort of stack off Misha. But let's see what Fatal Rampage is looking to draft here. Okay, so that's not the pick I would have thought he would have went. I'm not sure if Fatal Rampage is memeing here, but I feel like that was a meme pick. But yeah, based off the draft, this is going to be interesting. Definitely levels 1 to 4. Red team has a pretty good advantage. 4 through 10, it's going to be a little bit tough on the red team. But let's see how this game 3 goes. Is it the blue side, the red side? Chat, pop off if you want one side to win over the others. But this is a game, set, match for either team. We are going to be able to see Genji kind of rotate around the map with his dashes and E's. But last time tonight on the blue side, we have JTR playing Genji, Hunter CGR playing Varian, Breakwood in the Chromie, Fatal Rampage is Chen, and Zadie playing the Anduin. On the red side, Sir Makacheese is Zagara, Himibo playing ETC, Marshall as Mephisto, Wesker taking the Brightwing away, and finally, Wonton Soup as Rexar, and Misha as Misha.
Systems online in 10 seconds.
Take a peek over at the level 1 talents. We are having the Chromie go into the deep breathing talent at level 1.
2, 1.
Corpse feeders for Zagara, nothing too crazy. We are going to go ahead and see a Furious Spark build coming out from Mephisto. So nothing too dramatically different. We are going to go ahead and see Prog Rock at level 1 for TC. That is different. Okay. We do have Genji and Chen topside here, putting pressure into the Rexar. So it is a 3v4 here. And 3v4 with Varian. Varian does get stunned and boot back, but able to walk away fairly unscathed. And here comes the push from the red team as they can sort of push into this comp. No taunt available just yet. Chen finds a kill onto the Misha Bear. A little bit of chip damage onto this bottom wall. Take a look topside here. Looks like Wonton Soup is holding his own. Himibo is getting chunked a little bit. Looking for an engagement here. Q onto Breakwood. Doesn't boot back the team with the W just yet. Holding that ability. Hunter doing a great job blocking those balls from Zagara. I forget what they're called again. And objective is up. Let's see what our teams are looking to do. We have stunned Grooch out onto Varian once more. Anduin doing a great job keeping Varian alive. And the channel will go over to the red side. Right wing did Z onto Wonton Soup. Good stun from Misha onto the Genji. The miners did find 20% of objective, but now the blue team did turn the objective on their side. Misha trying to turn it off. Misha does confirm the turn off of the objective. We do have a time stop onto ETC from the Chromie. Root goes out from Zadie, finds nothing. But level 4s are online now. Shen does confirm the kill onto Rexar. Level 4s are online, which means Hunter has a taunt. Taunt goes out onto ETC, finds a root from the Anduin. And that is sort of the combo. Let's taunt the front line and kill that person. Taunt, root, and Breakwood follows up with damage. JTR is here to look for more. Taunt should be available now. And just far enough away to not find the taunt. And the channel will get started. Mephisto is there to turn it back off. So 30% to 20% channel damage. We do have Genji looking for rotation. It's coming back. Gonna get healed up. Yeah. Gonna get healed up and go towards the top side here. Genji jumps onto the point, finds Misha Bear. And we'll start working on this top objective to turn it back over. Take a look here. Hunter does have a taunt available. Root goes out. Ooh, good damage into Hunter. Slide into Varian, Polymorph. Hunter gets taunts of the Bright Wing to sort of disengage a little bit, but might have burned a taunt out of fear. Was thinking of porting back, will instead decide to tap just in case. JTR, though, taking the objective topside here. Polymorph goes out from Brightwing onto the Varian. Oh, JTR does get killed as he stepped a little bit too far, but counter kill onto Brightwing from Varian. 1 for 1 there, and objective phase will go back to the blue side at 38% and climbing quickly. Taunt is back up for Varian. You can sort of look at anybody here. With the Anduin and the Chromie available. Ooh, good damage onto Marshall from Chromie. Weskra will top them back up. Genji does confirm the kill onto Rexar, and this objective will be pushing top for the blue team and bottom for the red team with a fairly healthy top wave pushing. JTR already working on this top tower. You have JTR and Fatal Rampage here top lane pushing with the wave with Zadie, Breakwood, and Hunter clearing out the red wave bottom here. JTR wants more. Level 7s are online for our blue team. Level 7s now online for our red team. JTR has the dash able to get out of the fight. And Chromie does go into the loop talent at level 8. I would have to guess the loop target is going to be whoever's forward. But that first wave does get a fair amount of damage onto that top fort. Good stun from Misha onto CJR. Sorry, Varian. But the red team needs to be careful. They can't step that much further because the Chromie will loop whoever is there in front of them. Rotation here from Rexar to alleviate Marshall to go do damage. These teams are starting to work on these camps. Banelines is the word. Thank you. Banelines. I don't play too much Zagara. Taunt goes out onto right wing. Fall damage from Chromie. That's a dead right wing. Red team does have a camp pushing bottom here, but they are without a healer for the time being, which makes it clear that much easier. Plus, Chromie can just pour damage in with her abilities. Damage going out onto Fatal Rampage. Slides, and Chen pops his ult. I'm not sure if he gets out, though. Does kill himself. That might have been what they needed. Chromie did find the kill, though, here. Bot side. Not sure if she got looped or... Oh, she got taunted. Taunt onto ETC with Evolve of the Root, and Chromie damage. Followed up with a loop onto somebody. It is a Marshall. Zadie getting pinged. And that will be a dead Mephisto with kills coming all over this map. Objective bottom will get secured by Imagine. Misha has control for the time being top side here. Himbo walking a little forward will get rooted, taunted, and damaged. Objective starter for Imagine. And I'm not sure if Misha can do anything about this. Mia Myers does take the top objective back. Time stop onto ETC. Polymorph onto Varian. Again, whoever Varian taunts, that person's dead. Ooh, Durance finds no one at all. HR in the back line looking at Wesker. And actually, the objective is started by the red team this time. 24% to 16%. Shen does confirm the kill onto Zagara bot side here. 2 kills to 0. We are going to see a rotation here, but not before a loop is done. Loop onto Marshall, taunt from the Varian. Himibo trying to pilfer his team, but with not much luck. That's a dead Mephisto. Blue team will start working on this objective with the Genji there. Can deflect some of that damage. Boss is already down. That went down pretty quick with the Genji help. Genji looking at this top objective point does get stunned out by the Misha Bear. Rotation here from Sir Mac and Cheese, thinking about it. Does go down here. As the Bosch is going to push back. Himibo in trouble here, zoned out. That's a dead cow. This bottom boss is going to get some value here on this bottom fort. Blue team still sticking with their 3-man bottom here. They can look for something here with this boss here. Just having Varian there scares the team away. Objective is secured by Imagine. Here comes a taunt, perhaps. Ooh, Root just misses from Zadie. But objective at 52% climbing for Imagine. Blue team has 4 members here, and Genji's pretty mobile. So it could be a 5v4 any minute. Misha does take back the objective. Fatal Rampage is just going to grab it back. He goes out onto ETC. Looks like they want the siege camp before they look for an engagement here. And this will be another objective going over the side of Imagine. They do find the route onto Misha, and that's a dead bear. Or Rexar even. But objective spawning bot, Hunter CGR there to push with it. We do see Chen and Chromie and Anduin starting to come down here. Chen does have his barrel, so he can barrel in the back line. Once one of these side walls goes down, or the wall goes down, I expect to see a Chen jumping back there. Wesker getting low. They want these walls down so Chen can make an engagement here. Ba does find Varian and Anduin. We do get the confirmed kill onto the Mephisto. Ooh. Mosh was started, but was stopped almost immediately from the Chen barrel. Polymorph onto Varian. Hunter getting low. Chen does confirm the kill onto Brightwing with his kick. And Fatal Rampage wants more Hunter. Hit me about Will. Zone. I don't know what Fatal's doing here. Besides inting for his team. But that will be a stagger kill onto Chen.
Third waves defeated. Resetting pens as per protocol.
And our red team is going to look for value somewhere else on the map. Looking at this bottom siege camp first, perhaps. Hunter, Zadie, and Breakwood are all here, but that's a 5v3. JTR looks like he might be rotating bot side here. He was picking up XP. It's level 16 to 14 advantage for Imagine for the time being. Red team's going to go ahead and grab their hard camp. Take that off the map. Start pushing bot side here to alleviate some of this pressure that's been building up. And we have an engagement here from Hunter. Does get booed back by ETC. And boars do come out from the Rexar. But no follow-up damage from the miners. We have 4 members of the miners looking to run down Chen, but Fatal Rampage does get the sidestep to avoid the stun. Zadie, JTR are here, looking for damage onto Wreck for ETC. Himi does have his Q to get away. Here comes Varian in the bush. Everyone's in the bush. Let's take a peek at talents. It's been a while. Varian gets queued by the ETC. Imagine takes away the camp. Level 16 advantage still for quite a while for Imagine. Objective is popping in 6 seconds. Imagine content with just taking this top fort away from the miners. Objective will get grabbed bottom by Chen, it looks like. Zadie's capping top. And we are going to get some channel from the Imagine side. Level 16s are now online for the Minion miners. Critterize, Shredding, Corrosive Saliva, Static Field, and Feign Death coming out from the miners. 20% channel grabbed by the Imagine side. But they did get level 16 for Zagar, which means damage potential is going to be extremely strong, assuming Sir Mac and Cheese can land his E's and his minions going out. Wars come out. Going to disengage the blue team. Imagine though, at 42% on the objective, you have a mosh pit coming out. Pull from Anduin. JTR does able to escape with not much damage to show for it. Wonton Soup might be next as his Misha Bear did go down. We do have a light bomb. Feign Death does get popped by Wonton Soup. Gets away. Polymorph onto Fatal Rampage. Good damage from the team of the Minion Miners. Does confirm the kill onto Chen. But the objective at 70% and climbing quickly. I'm not sure if the Miners can stop this objective. And this will be another objective going over to Imagine. Even if they lose Varian here, it's going to be a hard clear for the red team. Plus, JTR will be there to kind of put pressure on the backline. Does jump in, finds Weskra. Does slow the Brightwing. Pops off, finds Misha Bear. Big Durance does land, though. And that will be a dead Anduin. As Anduin's a little bit too far forward. Objective at about 70% capacity. Wonton Soup getting low. Brightwing is forced to use his stasis. Chromie is low. That's 3 quick kills. 4 kills. 3 now. And this is going to be a pretty good defense from our red team. But meanwhile, JTR is bot side here to confirm the bottom keep. Chen trying to peel away for JTR. JTR with a dash. 160 health. Slide, and the ETC does confirm the kill with the W. Durance hits. Mosh Pit hits. That's a dead Chen. The boss is up. Genji and ETC, Chen are down for 40 more seconds, and this is not an immediate boss call, but a somewhat immediate boss call. And I'm not sure. Okay, they're okay, bosses. The Rexar is okay. Boss is getting grabbed. This boss will go top, I believe. It doesn't go top. The other members of miners are going to look for something, but not in time. We'll clear out this siege camp as the boss is walking top. Level? It's an 18-minute boss. Ooh, taunt onto Mephisto as he was caught by the time trap. Durance goes out, finds nothing, uses the Durance to kind of peel for himself. Meanwhile, boss topside, fairly healthy, taking away this top fort. Red team, bot side here, taking away the bottom fort. It's not going to even things up as the bottom keep is down now for the miners, but help out a little bit, and level 20s should be reached first by the miners. Boss is going to get cleared out before it does any damage to the top keep wall. And I really want to see the miners take level 20 and make an engagement onto Imagine. Level 20s are hit. Let's take a look at the talents. We are seeing Storm Shields grabbed by ETC, Speedy Dragon on the Brightwing, Unspeakable Horror, upgraded Boars, and Zagara is holding his 20 or her 20 or whatever Zagara is. Objective spawning in 6 seconds. Level 20s are now online for Imagine. Zagara went Packed Instant. Upgraded banner for Varian. Pierce for Chromie. And objective is started by the miners. Durance does land onto Genji. JTR goes down. This is not good if you're a fan of Imagine. No JTR makes things much harder for your team. The channel was stopped on the bot side. And let's see what the team decides to do. We do see rotation bot side here. Chen is holding the point for the time being. He's going to step off. I'm not sure. Here we go. Channel will get re-picked back up by the red team. Stun here onto Varian. Big damage, though, from Chrome. He just put poor damage into ETC. Chen pushing the team around with his barrel. Ooh, Blink saves Weskra, but Chen does confirm the kill onto ETC. We're at 70% channel, though, and I wonder, they're just buying time. Hold that point, guys. Oh, big Durance lands onto Chen. This is 100% objective going over to the miners. I thought this game was over a while ago. This is a tough defense. 20-minute objective, walking top lane. They are without ETC, but the blue team is without Chen. And we have 3 members of the miners topside here. We do have Zagara clearing out bot, as there is no keep there to defend. We do find a stun onto Zadie. Zadie goes down. This is popping off. The wave's at 50% and falling. Top keep wall is down. JTR is up, but without a healer or a Chen, top keep is falling quickly at about 50% health. Mephisto pops off. JTR has to force to pop his shield. Top keep is confirmed, and the miners are content with what they got as they look for something else on the map. No Anduin for 30 more seconds. They are pinging the boss. It's not up for 20 more seconds. Going to be close, but they are going to be okay with waiting for it. And I don't think the red team has the burn to burn that and wait for the Anduin. Imagines does start their siege camp. Red team does go ahead and start the boss. Everyone but Anduin here Anduin's here, but Sir Mac and Cheese and Wonton Soup not showing just yet. All right, Imagine knows they're there. What are they going to do? Varian's looking. ETC does have Mosh Pit. There goes the Chen barrel. Chen barrel. Chen barrel. Oh, God. Okay, so Zagara and Rexar went to, like, Ethiopia to go get, like, I don't know, lunch, and didn't pour damage in there, and that is what, if that's what ends up winning this game, you have to feel bad for the members of the miners as they just didn't put damage into the boss. Boss is walking top. This will be a wall, if not more. Everyone's up, and the objective should be spawning in about, I don't know, 30 seconds or so. Oh, this is a big throw. I feel bad for the miners here. Durance hits onto Varian and followed up on the Chromie. Top keep at about 5% health and falling quickly. The boss is fairly healthy. All Imagine really has to do is confirm the objective. They're playing really slowly. Polymorph onto Chen! Chen, stop inting! Big resets from JTR. Horse shielding still available. Fatal Rampage goes in and bites off more than he can chew. Objective is now spawned. Let's see what happens here. We have JTR running bottom to cap the top. We're going to have the blue team JTR is capping bottom. JTR Hunter is going to cap top. Himbo is going to step on the top channel. Stop that. Game is not over. This is Braxis at 24 minutes, people. Our red team has no structures. Misha's forced to defend the top point. Oh, Brightwing teleports onto the Misha, keeps Misha up. Red channel is started. There is no Chen. I'm not sure if the blue team can wait, although we do have pressure on the core here as we have 2 catapults started. GTR will walk bottom, cap this back. We did have Zagara and Mephisto port back to take care of catapults. But 54% to 14 on the camps. It's Misha versus Chen here. Although they did find JTR, sorry, not JTR, Hunter. Durance, root, taunt onto Mephisto. Light bomb goes out, gets the stun. Although Zagara got the kill onto Anduin, and Zagara finds a humongous maw onto both Chromie and Hunter. That's 2 kills, 3 kills to 0. You hate to see it, people. You hate to see it. And this looks like this game is going to go over to the Minion Miners. JTR is going to blink over the wall, and he has no choice but to defend this. Ouch. And game number 3, well, it's hard. I can't really say it yet, but this looks like it's going to be a hard defense. 26 minutes. This will be a wave walking bottom. Oh, it's a walking bottom into a keep. They could defend. Okay, defense is possible here. Defense is possible, but not if they lose JTR.
Red team's core is under attack.
JTR is hanging out. All right. Wesker has a poly, maybe? I don't know. Wesker has a poly, maybe? Okay, he's dead. All right. He bought a lot of time. We did. Oh, man. All right. So Mephisto goes down. This wave is dropping quickly. And JTR might have done just enough to keep his team in this game. Objective at 27%. Top? It's okay. Ma finds Chen. Core shielding's about to drop for the blue side. No Genji. Core's at 70% falling quickly. Hunter is looking for a taunt. Finds a kill onto one member. Core's at 6%, 5%, 0. And game number 3. Game number 3 goes to the Minion Miners. Perhaps one of the most stressful games to not play in. The Miners and the Imagine side, with the Miners taking the victory. Good game. Wow. Okay. Let's take a look at damage. Take a look at abilities. Let's take a look at everything here. Velo Rampage, 6 kills, 6 deaths. I feel really bad. He had some good engagement there, but I feel like the last death he had on the core was just too much for them to handle. Take a peek over at talents. I will message. Who's the captain? Let me message one of these players. Matt. We'll jump into the NGS lobby to discuss life. Lobby. But yeah, fun set here. Just a minor detail. Let's head over to the map band screen to show that our victory.
Hey, what up, brother?
The Miners. Hey, and we are joined by the one and only Himibo. There we go.
Cool.
Yeah, that's your like
minor intro.
That's your mating call. I call it.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I saw you in here, so I had to play our mating call. You know.
Nice. Nice. I have a story, but I can't say it on the later. But wow, I feel like that game number 3, went back and forth, and I probably counted you out 2 or 3 different times. But somehow somebody did something that put you back into it.
Yeah.
Really fun set. Game number 1 went about 3 hours.
Yeah, that was insane.
40 minutes to be exact. Or how long was it?
Yeah, it was about 40.
It was 30. It was 39 minutes and 48 seconds. And with that game, they picked up the Grosh, they got the Junkrat, they were feeling good about things. And then Himibo said, wait a minute, I got a Deathwing that says,
Yeah.
no, you can't toss Deathwing. I can walk over your traps. And
Agreed, yeah.
in game 2, game 3, we kept seeing the same bans on Deathwing. So respect ban.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, strong, fun game number 1. Went 40 minutes. Nuts. Game number 2, Spider Queen, a little one-sided. I have to say, the new Brack was scary. The boops from JTR was scary, and whenever we saw a Junkrat boop, we saw a new Brack just dive.
Yeah, or a lot of it I noticed it seemed like was a new Brack dive, and then Jet set up an easy boop, and then it was just free kill.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Well, game 2. Well, we'll talk about game 2. Now we go to game 3. Game 3, we go to Braxis Holdout. How often do you play Braxis Holdout?
Not well. In NGS, not very often.
Yeah.
Obviously, whenever we're practicing, whenever it comes up. Although I feel like I haven't played it in a long time.
All right. Good scouting
like
if you're watching. If you're watching scouting.
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, yeah. That game was chaos. We were really afraid of the Genji boss taking cheese, but fortunately, it didn't feel like. I mean, I feel like
they got one boss. They got one boss.
But it was also a boss that they would have gotten either way.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So I don't feel like it was like Genji enabled, So I felt like they could have pressured that a little bit more. Not to criticize them, because I feel like they mostly outplayed us. But somehow we ended up winning. That's actually kind of the story of our team for most of our wins.
The story of your
outplayed.
team. Is to
outplayed
lose
most of the game, and then we somehow win at the end.
All right. Well, congratulations. I think you guys are pretty set for playoffs.
No idea. I just not even paying attention, to be honest,
Okay.
about that. Like in seasons past, a little bit more. We're super stoked to be in heroic. I would say that we probably are practicing less than we have ever, which is kind of funny because like as our practice declines, our I guess league that we're in
goes up,
increases.
goes higher.
Yeah. I think it's like maybe I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna count it as banking. You still bank all the experience from all the previous seasons, but then you have lower anxiety because you're like, yeah, you just don't care as much.
Well, yeah, this is your first season in heroic.
Correct.
What's the impression between heroic and Nexus?
Oh man, well I will say this. So in seasons past, in A specifically, like many seasons ago, probably let me think, seasons 9 and 10, like we had baby makers in Div A, and we had tainted orphans who ended up being I forget what their team was, but anyway, they were 2 top heroic teams for a while, and I remember just playing those teams and being like, God, this is freaking hard. And there's a lot more of that now. Like before, it was just those 2 from seasons before, and now there's a lot of teams where it's really the games are really freaking hard. I specifically, whenever you get those teams who play those, well, the Genjis, but any of those really high skill cap, the
Heroes.
The Zeratul, the Alarax, things like that.
It reminds me, that brings it up. I kept seeing a Maiev ban. Do you guys have a Maiev player?
I'm gonna just go with that's on you guys, because you guys played the Maiev against us, I want to say, and so I don't know, but I'm gonna say it was you that scarred them into banning it. So I'm really thanking you for that, because we haven't done anything to.
Yeah, I kept seeing the Maiev ban, and I was like, I don't think they play Maiev.
Maybe they confused us, with someone else. I don't know.
Well,
I mean, I like Maiev, but I wouldn't say that we're particularly practiced on it.
No, but I like your team, and I like your comp specifically because it throws people off. Like no one's ever, you see Blaze picked up, you're like, oh, this is off from Blaze. But no, you're like, oh, this is the main thing, Blaze. And then you see.
It would have been nice if we had another DPS that game for sure. I feel like I lose
bruisers.
The one Blaze game.
You went
into the A nub.
Yeah, Zul, Blaze, Diva. What was the Diva pick?
Right.
What was the rationale behind Diva?
Well, pretty much we've been playing Diva, and just having fun with it. So we were like, oh, we've been having fun with it. Like it didn't really have definitely like during that draft, it was like, okay, we realize we're playing basically hyper carry
Nazebo?
some would call it, into an A nub who's just gonna build uh
Dive on whoever.
W.
Cocoon,
Well, he's gonna
yeah.
build W level 1, so he's gonna have 60 spell armor into like a all spell damage team basically. So I mean, pretty much right away it was like, oh, we'll just see. I mean, I don't know. We were just kind of like basically we played heroes that we like and think are fun. That's essentially the
Murderin is actually taking fault for the draft on the game.
I don't blame him for that. I think we were all I know me and Wes at least were encouraged. We were like, do it. We like chaos, like you said. It's kind of, I think it gives us a little bit of an advantage sometimes. The just bizarreness of our team comps. Not every team comp is super crazy, but I will say
I
this.
like this Zul Nazebo. I was like, oh, I like this. The Zul root, Nazebo wall, and then just whatever. And then I saw
you hold and I punch. Yeah, that type of thing.
The Diva one though, it got a little weird.
Yeah, definitely.
No, that weird.
Definitely. We should have gone another DPS there. Like even Falstead would have been better because we could have gone another.
Did they ban the Falstead?
They may have, and even if they did do that, then we still should have done something, probably with physical damage. I was sort of thinking that. I don't know if we banned. I think we banned Tychus, so that probably wasn't an option. But I mean, even something like Raynor or Vala or anything, I really felt like we just needed more physical damage, especially, but just higher DPS in that game. Anyway, it was tough. I mean, really, what it came down to, though, I think, was also the lack of CC, and they did a really good job identifying. Oh, I can just go Wrath Sonya. And like, what are you gonna do about it? And it's like, I can land my stun sometimes, although I missed plenty. But if we don't kill her over the course of the stun, it's like, how are you ever gonna kill Wrath Sonya with no good consistent DPS and no CC?
Well, now I'm curious. So Minion Miners right now, without adding up any points, you are tied with Imagine. So that means you have more points, which means you're now in 8th place on the playoff board. So we have 2 more weeks of games.
That sounds right.
So, I mean, it's going to be close. You're going to be fighting with Imagine and yourself who gets that next spot. And Imagine.
Well, we also play Bread. I think we play Bread greater than Ducks.
Okay, so let's see here. Who do you play?
I don't know. Oh, and New Team. I'm not gonna lie. New Team is probably gonna spread our cheeks, if you know what I mean.
Spread our cheeks. So you play Nexus Bread versus Ducks and Team New Team. All right.
Yeah.
And then
New Team. Everybody on my team keeps saying, like, oh, that's no big deal. We got this or whatever. And then I'm over here like I'm terrified. I feel like New Team is like the scariest team. I know you guys 2-0'd them.
Well,
their team is terrifying.
Killidan is a really good. He has really strong picks, so I would just watch Killidan and try to get rid of his comforts.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's the Phoenix player, right?
Juan Pablo is the Phoenix player, but
oh god, I forgot.
Killidan also plays Phoenix.
Juan Pablo's on your team though, isn't
Juan
he?
Pablo's on my team, yeah. But Killidan plays a really good Medivh. He plays a really good Phoenix. Plays a really good Greymane. But yeah, plays. I want to say he has like 3,000 games played as Medivh. I have no idea how you play that many games in one hero. But
Can we just pause for a second though, real quick, and just talk about Juan Pablo, because I feel like that guy is just a beast.
Well, I taught him everything he knows, and
so you're the beast.
I taught him everything he knows. It's any good player has a good coach. So. No, but
I agree with that.
Juan does pog out sometimes.
I feel like everything he touches turns to gold. He's got the Midas touch,
Well, I'll let him know you said that. But yeah, it's going to be definitely a rush to the playoffs for you guys. But yeah, any shout outs for tonight? your fans? Your
Well,
teammates?
I'll shout you out in particular. I feel like we're kindred spirits, you know, because like you said, that I just happened to be your first cast. Like,
you were my
5 seasons ago.
you were my first. That's right. Yeah,
Right. So
yeah.
we sort of got that connection, you know, I feel like. So I give you a shout out because, you know, you returning the favor.
That's right.
I knew all the way back then too. I was like, this team is not Div B. Like, give
Well,
me a
my
break.
favorite quote, is like, we are wrecking their backline, and you're like, this team is not Bronze 6. And I'm like,
Yeah, no way.
this team is not
No
Bronze
way.
6. No,
No
it was
way.
definitely fun. But well,
That
congrats.
was your first season. So
That was
anyway,
yeah.
thanks,
first
brother.
season. Bad
Yeah.
bad placement. But hey, congrats on tonight, and look forward to seeing you in the playoffs.
Thanks, man. Hey, have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Well, gentlemen, ladies, thanks for joining me tonight. I am Danny.